Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and this is another iPad video. If you haven't seen my unboxing, please go check it out. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about a few tips and tricks for the iPad, not exclusively to the Air, but pretty much every iPad that has iPad OS 14. I've already said iPad too many times in this video, but yeah, let's get started. So first, let's start off with the Apple Pencil. So iPad OS 14 has actually done a lot to integrate the Apple Pencil into the operating system itself, and not just the apps for note-taking and drawing. For example, you can write on any text-based surface now. So for example, your Spotlight. Let's look for drafts. Yep, there. See? And then you can open it up just like that. Easy. You can also use it to search in your browser. Let's search Facebook. Oops, sorry. Facebook. Yep. So yeah, and with the new update also comes Scribble, which is just a few more gestures to enhance your handwriting experience. So let's go to the Notes app. For example, this is a note. So basically, you can do stuff like highlighting it by circling it, or even just like putting a straight line over the sentence, stuff like that. You can add spaces by putting like this little space in between this, and you can also get rid of the space by doing the exact same thing. And you can erase notes by, well, scribbling them. So just like that, you can get rid of the notes. So that's pretty cool. But they also added features like being able to make straight lines in your notes. So for example, just hold it like that, and voila, a straight line. You can also make a few shapes, like circle. Let's do a square. How do you make a square? Oh, there you go. That's a horribly drawn square. And you can also like make stars, stuff like that. But the cool thing is that the straight lines also apply to highlighters. So if you're like me, I hate highlighting stuff because it never looks neat, but you can control that now and have straight lines with a highlighter. The Apple Pencil 2 actually has this double tap feature. Sadly, it isn't available on the first gen, but basically you can, for example, you're writing and you want to use your eraser. All you need to do is double tap and it will activate the eraser. You'll be able to erase it right away. But you can actually adjust it if you dive into your settings. Let's go cancel Apple Pencil. Yep, you can modify the double tap feature, so you can set it like switch between current tool and eraser. That's the one I showed. Switch between current tool and last use. So maybe you were using your highlighter, or you were using some other tool, I don't know, or to show the color palette. I got it set to eraser because I just find it most convenient like that. So the next tip with the Apple Pencil is to take a screenshot with it. So all you need to do is to drag up from the lower left corner, and yeah, just like that, and you'll be able to write on it immediately. So that's pretty cool. So the last tip with the Apple Pencil is unlocking it by just tapping onto it and accessing notes. So literally that's all you need to do. Just tap on it, it will open up a new note, and you'll be able to take notes instantly. So that's pretty cool. Also, my handwriting is rubbish. So the next tip is with Touch ID. The iPad Air is actually the first Apple device to sport a Touch ID sensor on the lock button, but you know, it can do much more than just unlocking it. So let's dive into the settings. You can actually also enable it to do password autofills and your iTunes and App Store purchases. So that's really nice. All you'll have to do is sign in with your Apple ID in order to do that. So yeah, that's just a really nice feature to have, so you don't have to keep inputting your password. All you need to do is put your finger on the sensor. Okay, so let's head to the home screen a little bit. So let's say you just got your iPad and you've downloaded lots of apps, or maybe you just want to do a little bit of organizing. So that means you're gonna have to move apps around. So like we all know, that's how we do it. Then we transfer it to wherever we want. But the cool thing here is you can actually do batch transfer. So all you need to do is hold down on the app that you want to move, and along with it, just tap the apps that you want to transfer with it. Oops. Yeah, just tap them and drop them wherever you want, and there you go. You just saved so much time. Another cool feature here is long pressing or holding each app, because this is pretty much equivalent to the right click on desktops. No app has the same thing, so yeah, you'll be able to see a few options without having to dive directly into the app. You'll be able to do whatever you want. I guess it's just a little tip that makes it a little easier. For example, I want to jump into a new note. It's gonna directly put me into a note. So let's talk about a few tips for the iPad's keyboard. So one of the significant ones are you no longer have to go into the specified like characters page to use characters like numbers and like your typical like emojis or whatever. You can all you need to do now is to just swipe down like that to get it. Let's make a smiley face. Ta-da. Yep. Another neat one is being able to use the space bar, just hold it, to be able to like do this like text selection thing. You'll be able to go wherever you want to go. This is really handy if you don't have a mouse. So yeah, so if you want to edit something, all you need to do is go with that, delete, and type again. Now, you know, typing on iPads in general aren't super comfortable. It's just really big, and sometimes with one hand you have to jump from like the entire screen. So a nice tip is being able to minimize the keyboard by pinching it in, just like that, and you'll be able to put it wherever you want, wherever you feel most comfortable while typing. And if you want it to be big again, just pinch out. So the next set of tips is for multitasking. So before iPad OS, on iPads you could only really use just one app at a time and maybe just jump from one app to another. So that wasn't really great. So now with iPad OS, you have the ability to have multiple windows open. So for example, let's open up YouTube. All you need to do is swipe up to unlock your dock, maybe notes, hold it and drag it to the side, and voila, you have two windows and you're using two apps at the same time. But you can go even further with this thing iPad OS calls slide over. Maybe Facebook. Okay. There we go. It's there. And you have three apps open. So that's pretty cool, but you can again take it another step further, maybe Chrome, and you can actually add it to your slides. And then you can just switch between the two apps. Oops, some manga there. When you want to put a little bit of it away, just slide it to the right and slide it back when you want to see it again. So that's pretty cool. So the next tip is swiping down to your right. So this gives you access to your control center. So here you see your brightness, your connections, but this portion over here is customizable and you can have pretty much what you want, like built-in apps right there. So for example, if I want to go to my notes, just click on that. I don't have to think about it. If I want to access my voice record or record something real quickly, there's that. And yeah, just a whole lot of other apps. And the last thing we're going to be talking about is dragging text into a Notes app and how easy it can be. So open up our Notes app and our Chrome app. Let's put this to the side over there. So for example, you know, I want to copy this paragraph. Okay, so all I need to do is highlight it and then hold it until it forms like this little box thing, and then just drag it over to your document, and voila, you have easily plagiarized something with minimal effort. And the cool thing here is you can also drag photos. So for example, this photo over here, I'll just hold it and drag it. So this will be super convenient for people who are taking notes or for assignments and all of that good stuff. You'll be able to copy and paste so easily. So that is pretty much that for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Just a few tips and tricks to make your iPad experience a little better. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.